remember to click close.
Blah, 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 blah.
Go live. Go live. Let's see. Is it on this page? Is it on the page? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Did you refresh the page?
I don't see it. Oh.
Go live.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No. I still don't see it.
Did you refresh?
Are we live? I am refreshing and I don't see it. Are we live? We're not live.
Are we live?
You're not live yet.
Oh, we got like 39 minutes.
Why aren't we live? I don't see it. Do it again. Not live. There it is. No, it's not.
What? Oh, this is at...
Well, while everybody is waiting, how was everybody's days?
Looking at it and I don't see it. Oh, that's because I'm looking at my page.
Wow, genius.
Media Arts Program.
Hey, that was my line.
Media Arts.
I have the microphone. I'm more powerful.
That's right, Mr. Otero. Go to the right page, Mr. E.
I was going to say
there it is. Look at that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Yay, look at that. Look at that. I am going to share. Okay, hold on. All right, I know I am a genius. Live. See, my brain was going too fast and I couldn't think. It was the Mountain
It's always too
Live
fast, though.
It is the Mountain
You
Dew.
had a Mountain Dew.
Our first,
You were
I
someone who
did. I know. I couldn't sleep last night. So I got 1 hour of sleep, kids. Ugh. There we go.
This is why you don't drink Mountain Dew. It reacts the same way with
It's
me.
horrid.
Us
It's horrid.
ADHD kids can't drink
There we
that.
go. All right. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. DuBoisLive.com. Okay, kids, we are live to the world. Let's see. All right, everybody. Oh, wait. Turn off my microphone. Do I have a microphone? I do have a microphone. Okay, so the Mountain Dew is settling in. I had a long night. Got about an hour worth of sleep last night. So I needed a Mountain Dew to get me through the afternoon. And here we are, live on the digital edge. And today, what are we talking about? Let's bring up that split screen. Drum roll, everybody. There you go. Look at that. That's impressive. Today, we are talking about the DMA portfolio, the Digital Media Arts Program at Jeff Tech portfolio. Creating a quality DMA portfolio post. This is the lesson delivery where we bring our classroom to life and we show our students what their expectations are for this week, what their tasks are, how we expect them to meet these tasks. We're going to learn along the way. We're going to have some fun along the way and hopefully educate you out there in the audience as well. My name is Instructor Sam Otero. Yes, that is an official part of my name. My first name is actually Instructor, just in case you wondered. What's that, Grace?
Otero actually means a measurement. In it, like if you turn Italian, it turns into, in English, it means measurements.
I know. Otero is actually in Sicilian, in Italian. It means, no, I'm not short. It means it's a measurement of land. It's the equivalent of a hectare. Yep. And like a hectare is the equivalent in metric system of like an acre of land here in America, right? So if you were a farmer and you owned a 38 hectare farm, it would be a taro. You would, right? That's the translation in Italy. So anyway, I don't know. We're off base. Let's talk about. But thank you for the history lesson, Grace Walpley. Okay, so talking back to the DMA portfolio, here is what we're going to do. We're going to start out with what we're going to focus on and what our learning objectives are. We've got our main audience cam. Let's go ahead and pull that up, kid. In the booth, Mel Forrest and Dante Smith helping run vMix today. Mel's on the board, and oh, look at that. It is lagging. That camera is lagging. Mel, you remember, let's pull up the main cam and pull up the split screen, and while we're doing that, make sure you unplug and plug that FireWire camera back in so we reestablish that connection, okay? All right, Jaden up on the main desk here. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. Now, what are our learning objectives? What do we want our students to come away with today? And Grace, since you have the microphone, why don't you go ahead and read those for us? What are we going to do here today? What are the students going to prove?
Students will demonstrate knowledge of the DMA class website in particular to the Joomla CMS.
And CMS stands for, Cody?
I actually can't remember.
Jaden?
It's content management system.
Excellent. Kayla gets a gold star. Content management system. Very good. Let's pull that up full screen again. And Cody, why don't you read this one for us?
Students will be able to successfully identify the opponents of a quality website portfolio post.
The opponents, a quality website portfolio post has adversaries? Let's try that again.
Students will be able to successfully identify the components of a web page.
Exactly, a quality post. Meaning, what is it that I, as the instructor, am expecting the students to be able to produce? How will they know they're done? What is considered a quality portfolio post here in Digital Media Arts program at Jeff Tech? Students will demonstrate the ability to design and publish a quality DMA website portfolio post to class specifications. So, we want, and bring up the B cam. We want students to understand why we're doing it and what are the components of the successful post. What does it look like? Then they have to demonstrate how to do it. How are we going to do it? What are the tools? What's the mechanism we are going to use? Joomla CMS. So that is what we're going to cover in this lesson. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. This is all going to be available to you, Graham Guthrie. So if you're missing something in your notes, luckily we are recording and streaming live, and you can go back and you can watch it at your leisure. Okay, the program of study. This is what we call this is basically our tasks that the students are going to prove that they know how to do, levels 1 and 2. These are essentially the same tasks, different levels, because the students are, PDE has decided to issue 2 different task lists. So we've got levels 2 and 3, which is freshmen and sophomores, are working on. Jaden, you want to read that for us?
Compose a professional online career portfolio.
Absolutely. And then level 3 and 4, Maddie Johns.
Students will develop a portfolio.
Exactly. Essentially the same thing. You're going to create a professional portfolio and develop it along the way. In my class, new standard this year, all students are required every 2 weeks to track their work every day, create a daily log, turn it in at the end of the cycle, the 5-day cycle, and then every 2 weeks they're going to do what it is that we're demonstrating today and produce a quality portfolio post for their website. At the end of the year, that would be, looking ahead, a minimum of 15 quality posts that they need to score in order to be considered competent in that task by the end of the year. And by the end of 4 years here, you should have a significant digital portfolio which shows your development from freshman up through senior when you're ready to hit the job market. Okay? Everybody understand the reason we were doing this? Excellent. All right. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. Oh, well, that's not good. Let's get that swapped out. In the meantime, you can go to the B cam. You can put those guys to work for you too. Dante, grab it. Okay. And let's go back to the PowerPoint. Go ahead and pull that up. And Maddie, why don't you just slide to your right just a little bit there while they're swapping out that camera. And you're disappearing anyway. We can see right through you. That was actually pretty cool. Pull up that B cam again. Look at that. We can see the big screen right through Maddie. She's wearing a green hoodie. All right. Let's go ahead and advance the PowerPoint there, Jaden. All right. So here's what I want you guys to do. This is the brainstorm graphic. And what are we talking about right now? What is the purpose of a quality digital media arts portfolio? So let's go back to split screen here. This is what I want you guys to think about. And we're going to go around the room real quick, and we're going to see what you know. Go back to the split screen. We're going to go about in the room real quick and see what you guys know about the utility of a quality digital media arts portfolio. So whether you are a commercial drone pilot, whether you are a video producer, an audio producer, a web developer, a newscaster, an audio podcaster, a technician, somebody that works on film or creates graphics, or a graphic designer, all of the various things that we teach our students here, whatever your selected pathway, or perhaps you're a jack of all trades and can do a little bit of everything, you need a portfolio in order to have your career advance. Let's talk about that. How is it important? Do we want to start with Grace? You're going to get up and move the microphone around the room? Yep. Let's go ahead and start with who's got something to add. Why is a digital portfolio so vital and so important? Cody. Grace is my assistant here and running around the room with the handheld microphone for the students that want to chime in on the show. Go ahead.
Yep. So mainly a portfolio is so that way an employer can come and they can pretty much tell you exactly, or they can see your work, and then they can hire you. So get your name out to employers pretty much.
Okay, so promotion and marketing, right? Why is it so important? Anybody else want to add? Come on, guys. Haley. Another aspect of why it's so important to build a quality portfolio.
It shows your depth of thought and understanding in your field as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. It shows your academic skills, right? And the skill sets, the technical skill sets that you're trying to promote. What else is it going to showcase? The importance of this. So an employer maybe taking a look at it, maybe they want to hire you. Or if you are self-employed, perhaps a client that wants to hire you. Who else might be looking at your portfolio? Anybody? Think. You're going out of high school. John?
Colleges and such.
College recruiters, perhaps, right? Or admissions people. You can say, hey, check out my portfolio. They can look at it and they can say, wow, that kid is awesome. We need to get them in here, right? Let's give them a scholarship, perhaps. Yes, might play into that. What is a component of the portfolio that is really unique to you? There's tons of designers out there. There's tons of video producers out there. There's tons of audio producers out there. What makes you so special is who? You. That's what makes you so unique. You were put on this planet with this code in your DNA that makes you unique amongst all of the billions and billions of people on this planet that have ever been and that ever will be. There's only one Matty Johns. There's only one John Silvas. And luckily, there's only one Sam Matero. So I thought that'd get some laughs. All right, so you get my point. So your portfolio should also reflect what, kids? Say it again, Malachi. Let's get that audience cam.
Yourself.
The uniqueness of you, your personality, not just your technical skills, but what makes your mind work and makes you. Here's what it comes down to. Someone should look at your portfolio and they should be able to know and get a good feel for who you are as a person, who you are as a business person, your academic mindset, your work ethic. Let's take a look and see what are the components of a quality portfolio. Go to the next slide. So we understand why are we doing this and what is this plan? How many portfolio posts are we going to publish by the end of the year, Matty Johns?
18.
A minimum of 15. There should be with the school year a total of 18 possibilities, minimum of 18 to get credit for this task overall. So every 2 weeks we put the task in there. If you met it, you get credit. If you don't, then you don't get credit. And it affects your grade. And at the end of the year, you got to have 15 of these. We understand the importance of why we want to do this, along with resume development, a quality LinkedIn page, all that fun stuff, right? So if you wonder what the heck are we talking about, Jaden, let's go ahead and pull up the DMA website. All right, this is our class website. We go to the DMA students, and let's go to the student roster, portfolios for 20. Let's pick an example of a good quality splash page. Let's take a look. All right. There is Grace Welpley, who is manning our secondary microphone today.
Hello.
And this was her final career presentation from last year. Scroll on down.
I was proud of that.
There's a nicely organized, look at this, nicely organized, right? This was where she built her dream podcasting studio, BCAM kids, dream podcasting studio project, career research from the previous year, Premiere Pro commercial from the previous year. Let's take a look at the dream podcasting studio portfolio post. This should demonstrate Grace's professionalism, graphic capabilities, use of typography techniques, proper layout, alignment, walk you right down through the project step by step, what you did, how you did it, why you did it, which would show the depth of understanding of the content. Absolutely. Would we agree? This is a nice quality post. Yes? Can I get a vote on that? Absolutely. Great job, Grace. Now, let's go back to the PowerPoint. And let's take a look at, just breeze through this because we're actually doing it in live time. Keep going. Next one. All right. And, all right, let's do a couple more. Do you guys, who did you have in mind that we can show another quality portfolio post? I asked you to get this ready for the show.
Yeah, the one that we came up with was Grace's.
Okay. Well, let's pull up one more. Who else does quality posts in here? Anybody? Haley McCombs, let's go ahead and go to her portfolio. Haley, you want to come on up here? Real quick. All right, let's pull up the B-cam. All right, Haley McCombs, let's find Haley. And Haley, very quickly, because the both of us can get long-winded. That is nice. This is your new graphic. Tell us what you were shooting for here, the skills. And don't worry about the time, kids, because if we run out of time with this, no big deal. We'll finish the delivery tomorrow. We were doing that in the afternoon, too. You're going to have plenty of time to do your assignment this week, okay? So let's get in, dig in, have some fun, and don't stress over the time, okay? Give me that B-cam, guys. What are we looking at here? This is your splash page?
Yes, that's my final career research PowerPoint. And what I was going with this is it was photography, so you have a really colorful, bright graphic to get everybody's attention, but then it's pretty simple over here, straight to the point with the skills that they have.
The skill sets are, you want to read those off?
Creativity and attention to detail, technical photography skills, patience, concentration, and skills, networking, strong networking skills.
Just scroll down the page.
All right, and then that one I think is one of the only ones I didn't make a header for.
And let's go up and take a look at that project that you were talking about. Career research photography. Look at it.
That's just the PowerPoint, I believe, because we had to make two separate ones. So that goes through one of them's just the PowerPoint, one of them's the actual project.
There we go. So we got the phase of the project here, right? We have the phases, the work phases, what you did along the way, essentially tracking your work and demonstrating your knowledge along the way as you're building your piece, what you did finally. And go back. Now there's some elements that are missing on this. Let's take a look at a full project. How about how to host a television show article? This is a how-to video lesson that you guys did last year.
Yeah. Yes, it is. That seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
It starts with your objective. It's pretty short, straight to the point. Do you want me to read it?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
You had an objective. You had a list of what it was that you were supposed to do, how you knew that you were done, our criteria. Keep going.
And then the resources, anything and everything I use. It seems that the tables is having trouble again because it's not.
Yeah, the browser compatibility. Right. Okay, so there was an issue with that. Then we want to go on down. So the resources you use, the hardware and the software that you used, and any research that you did, go on down. You created a PowerPoint and how to host a digital edge television show. Go on down. Then your POS tasks. You met, communicate with others, peers and others about design and content plans. How did you do that? How did you meet that task?
All right. I accomplished this by having a short meeting with my team, which I did turn into a video. It wasn't on here, I think, but Mr. Otero saw it not.
Yeah, you turned it in through Dropbox, I believe.
and it just showed a video of me explaining everything to my team and how the show was going to go and my plan and any design things about my plan that they
So the complete production plan, go on down. And then she turned this into a video. She demonstrated knowledge of the task that she was working on, proved how she did it, who was supposed to do what for the plan. Keep on going down. Keep on going down. This is a full production plan and as she created the how-to video on how to conduct an interview and conduct yourself on camera as a host of one of our television shows. Go on down. Lots of information. Keep on going down. There was her actual project plan that she wrote. Keep going. And I do believe we have in here, there we go. This was my assessments in red on the tasks that she was to meet. Keep on going down. And then right, some tips. And then finally, here is her final project. Click it.
Oh, no.
I think she did a great job. So this is an example of an absolutely outstanding portfolio post. You have somebody that clearly identified their objectives, how they were supposed to get the job done. They worked diligently, tracking every step of the way, reporting what they did, why they did it, how they did it, all the way down through involving the team, demonstrating the depth of understanding, and then turning around and producing the final project. Would we not say that is an outstanding post? Now, Haley, you just recently had some success in using, come on over here, using your portfolio to get a job. What did you do this summer? Tell us how it translated into real work for you.
Over the summer, I made a connection with a place called Proform, and originally it happened on accident. I just called and I wanted to know if they had any positions available, just putting away boxes, and then they asked me what school I was from, and the girl there had recent people go there for co-op, and she's like, well, we've actually been interested in talking with someone from your shop. So then not too long after, she emailed me, and then she's like, we're way interested, and I got an interview, and then they said, I think this is going to work out. So over the next few weeks, they were talking.
Hands together. Did a great job. Scroll on down in Canvas, our online system. What are the components of a great DMA portfolio? You should have a biography. Gives your
skills are very necessary since you will be talking quite often.
personality. Now, we're high school students here, so you're not going to give out any personal information, of course. All contact goes through the school. We understand that, yes? Professional and educational goals. Where are you going? How are you going to get there? Why are you doing what it is that you're doing? Work samples. What we've shown you speaks highly enough. And work details. So what should a DMA
in your journey of being a host and reporter?
And let's skip this and just go on down to what it should reflect. Nope. You're going too fast. Way back up. What should it reflect? There should be something in there.
Strategies, PowerPoint by.
Quality portfolio.
First up is to never turn your back towards the audience. You need to present.
There it is, right there. Okay? Great. You got the microphone?
beside you, only ankle slightly away. You do not want to turn your back completely, so it looks like you're ignoring your audience and it will not engage them. Presentation. They're not going to care by the second minute, to be honest, if they know it's going to be 20 minutes. If you're having an older generation, you need just to appeal to whoever you're talking to. Now, mix. Five, so let's get back to the other presentation. The PowerPoint. So spelling and grammar are important, but the information being accurate is definitely more high regards. They also help with the flow sheet process and the graphic gathering process. And as a reporter, you need. If it is not, then you should not be reporting on things that aren't relevant and not creating a good flow for your show. They also help coordinate with interviews, video, and picture-taking opportunities for the producer. That's very important because they're almost kind of like a scheduler. They need to make sure that they're following a strict schedule and they get the graphics they need when they get it and they're there when they need it. Now, saying and very luring to people and very friendly. Otherwise, they're not going to want to tell you and come give you interviews since you're the one that's probably setting up those interviews. Hence, also having strong communication skills and listening skills is just as important. Those fluencies and ease of talking to people and friendliness and being able to understand report in writing. Lastly, important that the reporter and the host is organized. The producer needs to be able to find information quickly and efficiently. Folders labeled properly, notes neat as possible. If you don't have folders that are labeled the way they should be, and the content is not in the right folder, then it's just going to cause chaos and shows are just going to crash and burn. Notes also neat as possible. If we can't read what needs to be on the PowerPoint, when and where, then the show is also just going to go up in flames. That's just how it's going to be. And we do not want that. Alright, and last, these are just only a few of the tasks you could go over. There are so many that you could acquire during this time. 404, creating presentations and using presentation software. That is highly critical since we're using PowerPoint just to present this to you now. PowerPoints are used constantly and all the time. 1401, communication with others. Also very important since you're a host and you'll be interviewing people. If you are the reporter, you're going to be talking with people all the time. All the time. So those communication skills and deliver a multimedia presentation. 1701, students will demonstrate the ability to communicate effectively through oral and written and visual explanation or expression. Those are also very important. And then I just had some quick examples of stuff that I did and some quick resources. And before we wrap this video up, I have a featured guest here with me to tell you a little bit about her time on the production team. Her name is Lauren. Hi Lauren, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
I'm so glad you get to join us on the show and be with me and let me interview you and be my victim on my show. So, how do you like your first year here? Honest opinion.
I absolutely love it here. I couldn't have chosen differently.
Awesome. I'm so happy to say that because yep. Okay, moving on. Alright. And I'm just going to ask Lauren a few questions about her time on the production team relating to whether it was a valuable tool and how her experience was and how she feels about the communication here. So, Lauren.
With my communication and my presentation skills towards others.
That was great. And you did a lot of communicating doing the reporting position, right? You're out there, you're talking to people, setting up interviews, scheduling them. That communication style, since it's a little different than just talking like we are right now, what's your take on that? Like, is it weird? Is it different? How did it help you as a person?
I would say it is actually different because it helped me better communicate.
What do you think makes it so outstanding as an exemplar?
Well, as John said, you don't really have to scroll. And it just makes it really easy and simple. It goes into more depth, though. Like, if you want it to, you can get into more stuff, but everything for, like, short, straight to the point is just right there. Everything. The service, the contacts, you don't have to go looking for it.
Resumes right there, sir.
Like, when I first started, I know, the reporting position, it just didn't seem hard. Like, you'd watch TV and be like, oh, that's easy. But then the communication skills...
Correction. Wait a minute. What do you think about that?
If you really think about it doesn't have a link. Talk to different people and agree with them and get along with them enough to be able to have them on your show and get them on the same page as you. What was the most important skill you learned, either being the host or even as your other positions?
I would have to say learning to communicate effectively with others, because I had a huge problem with that. I could not come out of my comfort zone. I was afraid to talk to people. about problems and situations. I wouldn't do any of that.
It was pretty bad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I'd like you to click on through the tabs. Click
All right.
homepage.
So what do we have here?
Yeah.
Oh, we got collective groans from the crew.
First thing I said when I talked on the microphone and I could hear myself through speakers was I was like, "Is that my voice?"
It is a work in progress. So,
Some need more.
hi, I'm Andrew, a sophomore at Drexel University, and I
Key moments I remember in my life because it was the first time I had ever recorded. I was nervous, and I did surprisingly well for being my first time on the camera.
bring that split screen up. Andrew, if you're watching, let me give you a little tip, son. Don't tell an employer that you're looking to hire you to pay you for your time on this planet that occasionally you work. I probably so, but you get my point. Perhaps he thought it was funny, or perhaps it was just. But the point is, you found this looking for a portfolio. So whether it was a spec project or not, this is this representing this young man as a professional with a solid work
Kind of
ethic?
career, maybe.
It just probably puts you more in a position that you're more comfortable with in your body and
Kids,
that community
we're gonna go ahead and wrap
others
this up.
being more comfortable with
Let's
that.
bring up the. Its website through the back end system. Just hit enter.
You need to be able to get along with to just in life because it's just how that works.
And how we use it to manage articles. Go to content, and let's go to the article manager.
If you would like any more information or to find out more about our awesome school and or awesome shop, you can go to dmastudioonline.com, or for more of just about Jet Tech in general, it's jettech.us, right?